Andrew Hallam grew up in a middle-class Canadian family as one of 4 children. His parents worked regular jobs. His father was a mechanic, and his mother a store clerk. From a young age, Hallam realized he would need to take responsibility for funding his own retirement instead of relying on a cushy pension. After graduating university, Hallam became a high school teacher in British Columbia. He was determined to gain financial independence and retire early through disciplined saving and investing. Before age 35, Hallam read over 400 personal finance books educating himself on how to build wealth. Here are some of the top lessons from his highly regarded book, The Millionaire Teacher. Live extremely frugally. In his early teaching career, Hallam was laser-focused on eliminating debt and saving money. He made many sacrifices to maximize his savings rate. Here are some examples. He continued living with roommates even though he disliked it, to minimize housing costs. He ate extremely cheap food like potatoes, pasta, and clams he harvested himself. No dining out. He commuted a whopping 70 miles to work on an old bike rather than driving, to save on gas costs. This extreme frugality allowed Hallam to save a remarkable 70% of his modest teacher's salary. He was able to pay off all his student loans in full in just 1 year on his teacher pay. Hallam realized most millionaires do not live flashy, lavish lifestyles. Research by author Thomas Stanley shows the average millionaire lives in a middle-class neighborhood and drives a basic Toyota, not a Ferrari. Millionaires focus on value, not status symbols. The path to wealth is avoiding unnecessary discretionary spending and differentiating between wants and needs. Pay off all high-interest consumer debt first before investing. Credit card and auto loan debt can destroy your ability to build savings. Invest in stock index funds. The foundation of Hallam's investing philosophy is low-cost, diversified stock index funds. Index funds allow you to conveniently invest in the entire stock market, rather than trying to pick individual stocks yourself. With index funds, you don't rely on fund managers who try and fail to select the top stocks that will outperform the overall market. Passive index funds on autopilot tend to win out over time. Add stability with bonds. Hallam advises adjusting your asset allocation between stocks and bonds over your lifetime. When younger, it makes sense to invest heavily in stocks for growth potential. But as you near retirement, gradually shift more of your portfolio to lower-risk bonds to protect your savings from market declines. A common rule of thumb is to allocate a percentage to bonds that is close to your age. So, for example, a 30-year-old could allocate 30% in bonds, while a 60-year-old might allocate 60%. Rebalance your portfolio. Hallam advises rebalancing your portfolio asset allocation at least once a year by selling assets that have appreciated significantly and buying assets that have declined in value. Rebalancing forces you to buy low and sell high, adding money to investments when their prices have fallen, and withdrawing money when their prices have risen. It also brings your asset mix back to your target allocation. This discipline can boost returns over the long run by preventing any one asset from dominating your portfolio beyond your target thresholds. Minimize fees. When selecting investment funds, Hallam stresses the importance of paying close attention to fees. Even a 1% difference in annual fees compounded over decades can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Hallam points to Vanguard and TDE series as examples of providers offering index funds with exceptionally low expense ratios, which maximizes returns passed along to investors. Avoid actively managed mutual funds with excessive fee structures. Ignore objections from financial advisors. Beware that financial advisors may strongly object if you ask about investing in index funds rather than the actively managed mutual funds they sell. This is because they earn commissions for buying and selling mutual funds, but not for passive index funds. Advisors will argue their mutual fund picks can outperform indexes. However, extensive data shows that over the long haul, the majority of active fund managers fail to match the returns of simply investing in low-cost, diversified index funds tracking the overall market. So while skilled advisors can provide helpful services like tax strategy and portfolio rebalancing, Their stock-picking abilities are seldom able to beat simple index funds after fees over decades. Pay attention to the advisor's incentives. Start investing early. Thanks to the power of compounding, starting investing early in your career allows even modest, consistent savings to snowball into a substantial portfolio over time. For example, saving just $300 per month starting at age 25 can potentially grow to over $1 million by age 65, assuming a 10% average annual return. Waiting until 35 may require monthly savings of $800 to reach the same $1 million by 65. Therefore, the earlier you start regularly investing even small amounts of money, the more wealth you can potentially accumulate over your lifetime. Procrastination can be very costly. In summary, Andrew Hallam's highly regarded book The Millionaire Teacher provides a clear, time-tested roadmap to retire as a millionaire that anyone can implement. The key steps are: live frugally, eliminate debt, invest early and consistently in low-cost, well-diversified stock and bond index funds, rebalance your portfolio over time, minimize investment fees, and ignore short-term market swings. With discipline, regular saving and smart investing habits can compound into lasting wealth and financial independence.